Let's enter the PlayStation Cup. Who's down to play in the PlayStation Cup? Let me change my thumbnail. PlayStation Cup. Disabled. Oh, it starts in 1 minute. I love the PlayStation Cup. 1 minute. 28 seconds. We're gonna win the PlayStation Cup for Ava. I need the money for Ava. Please. I have to be a millionaire. She won't take me unless I'm a millionaire. I have to be Black Adam for her to take me. Teth. It's like sit. Sit. Teth. Toast. Ow. Hello. Paddywhacker. No. Oh, bother. Brrr. What is that? Tigers, dude. Oh, it's like that one dude, Master Key. Remember Master Key from season 8? You ready for the PlayStation Cup? Let's do it. Let's do the PlayStation Cup. I'm gonna win this thing, dude. Yeah. Let's win. Let's win the PlayStation Cup for Unicorn Gamer. Do this PlayStation Cup 2022, October 2022, baby. It's almost November. It's almost Thanksgiving. It's almost Halloween, actually. "10 days to Halloween." Fucking always something, dude. It's always fucking something in my fucking house, dude. Never let me fucking play my goddamn game, dude. Fucking dumb, dude. Fuck you. Oh, what's up, bro?
What are you doing?
I'm playing in the PlayStation Cup.
Fucking A.
Are you here alone?
Yeah. Except for my whiny dog in my car.
Fuck!
You plug this thing in with a USB or auxiliary cord?
What?
Can you plug this thing in with a headphone jack? You know, like an auxiliary cord?
Yeah.
I've got a fucking subwoofer that's the brand.
Let me have it.
Yeah, I don't have nothing else to go to it.
Let me have it.
For sure.
Where is it?
It's a Harmony.
Go get it. Cardone?
Whatever.
Harmon Cardone?
Yeah, it's
Go get it.
It's got a
Sell it to me.
on it.
I'll give you cash. Go get it.
Sure. Shit, I'll trade cheaper. Just fucking like a bowl.
Where is it?
It's at my house. I'll bring it like tomorrow or maybe tonight if I can make it over there and back tonight.
I need it, please.
Yeah.
Will you promise to give it to me?
Yeah.
Thank you. I got that one from Robert. That was Robert's.
I'm honestly not even for sure. I'm sure it works. I mean, it powers on, but I don't have nothing it plugs into. Yeah, it's kind of cool looking. Kind of looks like a little space heater.
When I'm with you, I'm feeling to know you. Never read a real street nigga, so baby, let me show you. What'd you say?
Nate's not here?
Nah. You got some good bud?
I got some in my car.
Why didn't you bring it?
I forgot.
Bring it. I want to smoke. I love weed. Do you have papers?
I have sleep. No, I don't.
Blunt wraps?
I wish. I had some that were like super fucking dry. I tried to roll it and them over just split.
Smell my bud.
Smells good. Where'd you get this from? Did you grow it?
Yeah.
Sounds good when you hear that. When you squeeze it and you hear that.
Perfectly dry.
Like,
it's not moldy, not wet.
It's nice, dense, fucking.
Nice and dry.
Yeah, that's like the perfect.
I always dry it. I don't like it to be moldy.
Yeah,
I hate moldy weed.
Uncle Michael gave me some that was fresh off the plant and it was still moldy.
Yeah, you gotta dry it out all the way. If you don't dry it out, it gets moldy.
I told him they were overgrown and he wouldn't listen to me. And it rained on him and it made it worse.
He gave me some good bud.
It was good weed and all, but except for that part. Like only on the parts where the.
He gave me some branches.
Yeah.
He just brought the branches.
The branch.
A whole branch. He brought like 2 big old branches, and I was like, oh my god, I had like 3 ounces on each branch.
I think his smallest plant was his best one.
Oh, dude, I have pictures of it. I was standing next to it in the picture. I'm like half the size of the plant.
Yeah, the small plant was like this big, maybe. And it was
The small ones were the wedding
it
cake.
was like blueberry something. He said, and one was
Yeah,
big, yeah.
the one with the red stems.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that shit was.
That's a wedding cake. Girl, I'm trying to fuck with you. Girl, I'm trying to fuck with you. I think I'm catching feeling, and I don't know what to do. What happened?
Brandon almost got fucking native ass whooping the other day.
By who?
Messaging me on his fucking Facebook, talking shit
To who?
to me.
Oh, to you?
And I stole his fucking her bag of boyfriend's generator or whoever the fuck he is. Jake.
Go get that bud. I want to try it. I'm gonna clean out my pipe. Do you have a bong?
Yeah, I'm a bong.
Is it like a real bong or is it like a little tiny bong? Yeah, bring it. Clean the water out of my sink first. Make it with fresh water. Clean the water out first. Milo, be quiet. Girl, I'm trying to fuck with you. Girl, I'm trying to fuck with you. I think I'm getting feeling and I'm so my soul in the gold, it's the gold in the soul. Don't you know where to go when it's cold? We'll let them know who you are, shooting star.
Through the cold, so my soul, don't you know where to go when it's cold through the world? So let them know who you are, shooting star. You never fall, never quit. Let the bitch off the list, now niggas pissed. Let the hoe at the dollar store. I'm a shot caller, even though big baller at the show. Bitch, I'm off the flow, let them know who you are. A shooting star with the floor. No matter who you are, you can really on the page. You gotta still keep your mind from peace. Get it in the times, walk the line. Trust me, you'll be the same. Watch your head, you can be good. You never get betrayed. This ain't the way I'm down right. I'm back to work without me. Cause I serve the Lord.
It's not shaped very well, but it's good weed.
Only close your eyes. It's what it's for. It's not looking the man. It's all words, take it back.
Don't like this.
Like that shit,
You can have that if you want.
What?
You can keep this if you want.
My soul, don't you know where to go when it's cold? What the words, let me know who you are. Shooting star, where go far, never quit. Like the bitch off the list, now I'm niggas pissed. Let the hoe like the dog store. I'm a shot caller, even though big baller at the show. Bitch, I'm about to roll, let them know who you are. Shooting star, where go far, no matter who you are. The real nigga tune, don't be scared, speak your mind at this time.
Yeah.
Let me know if we just calm. Fuck the hell. You know, forget the play. We'll just get taken down on that. I feel bad to all the God in me. Cause I serve the Lord. I take that demon's sword. Mr. fucking nigga bitch to paying now, bitch, you did.
Is this you?
Good enough. Look,
Yeah.
fuck your mom. Hey, what's up? Shout out to whoever just said that. Live concert. Man. This is a new song I just wrote. Baby, like always on my dick. This ain't your shit, you don't own it. Your name's not on it. You filthy fucking trick, this ain't your shit. You ain't back my dick. She's down to suck the whole plate. Fucking trick, she be sucking on my dick. Stayed out the whole fucking night. I'll be back till the morning, like we just took flight. I'll be up by night. She's alright, she just stayed up all night. She just took flight. Girl, follow me. Everywhere I be, she's always on my D. She's fucking on me. Don't rate me. I love that girl. She's my whole world. Bitch, call me girl. Give me the whole world. That bitch is your dick. I'ma get your dick, girl. Everybody always on my dick. This ain't your shit. You don't own it. Your name's not on it. You filthy fucking trick. This ain't your shit. Give me back my dick. She's down to suck the whole clique. Fucking trick. She was sucking on my dick. Stayed out the whole fucking night. Won't be back till the morning. Like we just took flight. We'll be here by night. If things go right, she can stay the whole night. She just took flight. Girl, fly with me. Everywhere I be. Always on my D. She's fucking on me. Don't blame me.
Oh shit, you put it on the bong?
My whole world. Bitch, call me.
I don't know how you guys smoke off the pipe. That shit's rough.
Always on my dick. This is your shit. Yes, you know me. Come get your dick. Come get your dick. She down to suck the whole clique.
Your pipe smells good.
She on my dick. Stayed out the whole fucking night. Went back till the morning light. We just took flight. Working
good.
all night. It didn't go right. She could stay all night. She took the whole flight. Girl, about me. Everybody. She's fucking on me.
They don't pay me no more to do tournaments for Fortnite.
Right?
I only get paid to do tournaments of the Call of Duty Warzone.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the ones that pay me for the tournaments.
Is that harder?
Yeah, it's really hard, but I still make money on it. But Fortnite I only get donation money now, and I get money for my sponsors. I got a couple sponsors: Rogue Energy Gaming Drink, Rap Chat, YouTube. I'm in the YouTube Partner Program.
What's your character? Skin. Anything special?
Aura? Oh, I'm gonna get my own skin in Fortnite.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm gonna get an icon skin of me. It's gonna be named It's gonna be named Archangel Brandon.
I thought you were talking about one you created or something.
No, they're gonna sell it in the item shop. It's gonna be called Archangel Brandon.
That's kind of cool.
Archangel Brandon. That's me.
Archangel?
Yeah, Archangel Brandon. That's my name.
Oh, yes it is, huh?
I know you've been thinking about me all night long. And I'm with the girl like a big no wrong. Damn, till you wanna keep me company. Let's shine till they can't keep us up on me. Disco dancing, girl, I got a feeling that it's your passion. Baby, I know that you've been thinking about me, baby.
I never was good at building shit. That shit sucks for me.
I'm good at building. I love this game. I whip kids in build battles, dude. That's why I compete in tournaments. I'm really good. But
Zach Waters.
people on the PC are better than people on the console.
That kid Zach Waters can build like a fucking train, dude.
Tranny? Braden Draback's better than me.
Probably is, huh?
Braden Draback's way better than me.
Yeah, I haven't seen him play.
He's really good. Robert's son, Braden?
Yeah, I'm sure he probably is.
He's fucking... Dude, he's so good. He's way better than me. He has a sensitivity on solo.
I can't believe how tall that fucking kid got.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get a hot girlfriend. Or hot wife.
He grew up fucking quick.
He'll get a hot ass wife, watch.
And I got a little girl, and then all of a sudden I seen him one day, and he was towering over me, and like, what's up, man? I'm like, who the fuck is this?
I know, dude. He'll whoop people's asses. He's fucking big.
Right, you're not a girl anymore.
He's big.
Like, where'd you get so tall for?
His voice got deep too.
As deep, his was deep compared to the last time I seen him. It was like fucking, like a little fucking 7-year-old girl. And then I seen him, he was like, what's up, man? I'm like, holy fuck. Who is this, and where did Raiden go? I think I only won first place on this one time.
Oh, I got over 10,000 dubs. Over 10,000 dubs. 10,000 victory royales. That's a lot, huh? 10,000?
Yeah.
In solo?
I think it was only like, because of the people that sucked were on, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah, you got in bot lobbies? I can get you in a bot lobby where you get a dub easy.
I was like, fuck yeah, I don't care if it was the sucky fucking team, I still won. Woo!
I got a lot of dubs. I get them every day. Every time I play, I get a dub almost.
They still do the random like specialty bosses or what? How they had like Deadpool on here and you get dual pistols.
Yep. They feature like movies and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. And they do like concerts, like Marshmello concert, Travis Scott concert, or Ariana Grande concert.
Deadpool thing was on. Basically, it's gonna.
I have that skin. I have the Deadpool skin.
Do you?
Yeah. I had to do challenges to get it. It was
had
free.
A white skin, didn't they too? Of Deadpool.
Yeah, it comes in red or white.
Oh right.
Facecam streaming is harder than streaming without facecam.
You think so?
Yeah, because like you gotta like look cool, like, you know what I mean? You can't like have a booger hanging out your nose or something.
Well, I mean, you could, but depends on if you give a fuck or not.
I do. I have stage fright, but I don't show it
because like, in the zone too hard to admit. You'd be fucking like.
I'm really confident with the way I look.
Somebody could be fucking behind them, flopping their dick on their head, and you'd still be just not paying attention. Fuck, I'm in the zone. What are you laughing at? What are you guys laughing at? You guys laughing because you just got murdered?
I'm in the circle almost. Gold pistol, that's a good one. That's off. That's off the first season. They had a gold pistol and a gold AK. And the first battle pass had Renegade Raider. Alright, I got 3 keys. I need to go to a vault and get some loot. How do I get to a vault? Over there's a vault. I see it.
Shiny sound. Why don't I remember that? I feel like that's new. It's gotta be new. I don't remember that. Shiny Sound.
It's the name of the town I'm in.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
It used to be Sleepy Sound.
Huh.
They changed it to Shiny Sound because like all the shiny chrome that's on the map.
Right. I remember that thing too, whatever the fuck that thing is.
From Tilted. It's the insurance. No, it's the right insurance building.
I'm sure probably almost everything's different. The last time I played, it's been fucking like 8 months or longer than that. Actually, it's probably been fucking close to 2 years since I played.
I've been playing this whole time since it started. Since season 1, I've been playing. There should be a vault in here though at the bottom of this.
Right, in like the basement.
Oh, I can hear it. Yep, we're in the right spot. It's right here. Yep, found it. And you can hide behind the door right here. It's a really good place to ambush people behind the door.
Yeah, that happened to me a bunch actually.
Hide behind the door of the vault.
Okay. Or they wait till you get done getting everything and then they fucking get you out.
2 drops, the loot drops are good. Oh yeah, DMR Cobra's good.
73. The trampoline, yeah.
Your other guns are supposed to upgrade whenever you reload them. These ones. It's supposed to upgrade, or when you kill somebody, I think. I think when you kill someone, then reload it, it turns blue. Yeah.
Is that a jump pad?
Launch pad, yeah. I'll throw it.
Oh.
You gotta throw it in a certain spot.
You probably use it. You got a minute to get back in the circle.
Where is it? Down there? I'll waterfall down. This is how they are now. They take up an item slot. They used to not take an item slot. Now they do.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, they didn't have zip lines either. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's new, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I hear a key. I hear the key somewhere. Dang, these flies are driving me crazy,
Yeah,
dude.
it's so bad over at my dad's house here. Make me want to fucking go berserk.
I wonder where that key's at. Oh, there it is. I need that.
Oh, here comes the storm.
I'm gonna go up to the top. There's a thing that launches you in the air.
Oh.
Look, you can see all the balloons. The map looks crazy right now. There's tornadoes, chrome everywhere.
What is that coming out of your wing, your jet, your glider? What are those things?
Oh, they're bees because it's a Balenciaga glider. It's like Gucci, kind of like a company that's really expensive clothing.
Right.
Balenciaga. They're kind of like gold bees. All right, we got 3 keys. This is the maximum keys you can hold is 3.
What the fuck? Tells you what's in there?
Yep, I might get a dub. I usually do. If I live this long, usually I get the dub. Look at this vault. There's people camping out in it.
Yeah, don't go that way.
Oh, I'm gonna kill him. Can't be camping out in here, dude. Ah! He's wearing a Balenciaga skin.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's the Balenciaga skin. Do you want me to put the other one Balenciaga skin on? I have it. Watch. Black Adam's in the game now. Look at me skins. I got over 150 skins. They're Deadpool. I have a couple Balenciaga skins. I'll show you which ones I have.
Sick.
I have.
That one that looks like, yeah, Lord of the Rings character or something like that. It's badass.
That's one. That's a Balenciaga skin right there.
You got Rick?
Yeah, Rick.
What the fuck?
That's a Jordan skin.
That's cool.
This is a Balenciaga skin.
Can't believe Rick's on there. That's funny.
This one right here is a Balenciaga skin.
That was kind of cool.
This one right here is a Balenciaga skin that just killed me.
Yeah. Is that Venom?
Yep. Carnage.
Spider-Man?
That's The Rock.
What the fuck?
My marshmallows.
That's new too. The Rock. I've never seen that.
Doctor Strange.
I'm surprised they haven't done
Darth Vader.
something. Rick, that's funny.
Moon Bunny.
That fucking guy's on everything. That's
Doc-
fucking.
Or John Wick.
That's what's his real name? God damn it, I don't remember now. Oh, fuck me, I don't remember. But yeah, John Wick. He's God damn it, it's gonna bug me now. I can't fucking think of it. Keanu Reeves.
Oh yeah, John Wick.
The only reason I remember it is the new Sonic movie.
My body in a C position. I realized I was like dialed in on the TV, like looking at it, invested in this shit. And I was enjoying the movie, and I watched the whole fucking thing, and I enjoyed it. And now I don't know what to do. I might have to go talk to my pastor and confess. I'm sorry. I watched like High School Musical last night. I turned on High School Musical as a joke, and I ended up like watching the whole thing. And
I've seen High School Musical. The girl shows her vagina to the president.
Hello? Hello? Okay, can you hear me? Hello? Alright, hello, what are you up to? Oh. I probably did. No, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I did just now. Everything just came in all at the same time. I'll check it. Alright. Okay. Alright. Alright, bye.
What happened?
Oh, people will try to get a hold of me. My phone doesn't like to work for some reason.
What happened?
To me. I'm retarded. I forgot they have like a loading screen before you play.
Yeah, the spawn island.
You might die right now.
Is there still stuff in there?
Yeah.
I got 9 points. That sucks. To win, you gotta have like 100, I think. You wanna hear one of my songs? It's like famous that they play on XM and Spotify and stuff.
They do?
Yeah. It's on Sirius satellite radio. You wanna hear it? God damn it.
The family of the 22-year-old man shot outside his home yesterday, now offering a $1,000 reward.
The motherfuckers kill me way too fucking fast.
Fired 6 times.
That means fools and 100 people in every round, isn't there?
No, I'm getting stream sniped, dude. Someone stream sniped me.
Last time you landed, there was already 9 people dead.
Don't take off with that. Tell your dad I said what's up. Tell me if he needs any bread, hit me up.
Yeah, I'll let him know. I'll bring that speaker buddy up next time.
Thank you. I love you, bro. Come over. I'll probably have some more shit tomorrow. I'll try to get a sack for you. Alright, I'll get you one. Let go, Milo, stop. Lay down, Milo. Let go, Milo, stop. PlayStation. I'm gonna go fucking take a nigga bit to the Motel 6. Take a nigga bit to the Motel 6.
People always say
Learn to code online in less than a year. Discover the UNLV Software Development Boot.
Today we're going to talk about the event binding system, which is eventually going to replace the channel system in Fortnite Creative. So in today's video I'm going to give you a brief understanding of how the system works, how you can use it the best, and basically get an easy transition over to the system because you eventually have to learn it, if you want it or not. So with that being said, we'll let you get used to the new system. I'll talk about the event binding system, which is eventually going to, first of all, have to start at the channel system. It is going to be removed in the future, so make sure that you get used to the new system, and I promise you guys it is super easy. So how does the old system work? It basically communicates between two devices with numbers. The numbers are called channels in this case, and if I have a number or channel in one device, I can basically transmit from that frequency to 3. So we can just click on it and going to see how the system is a lot better. Type of the full name. That might be a little confusing, so that is why it's super important to make sure that you name them correctly and you can find them easier. And that is basically already everything that you need to know about the event system. It doesn't go much deeper than the old system. It's actually a lot simpler than the old system because you now basically have very clear what is what. Functions mean that something is going in the device, and events basically means that they're going from this device. So it is actually a lot simpler and much easier to now have it organized and have it done the right way. So hopefully this video was helpful to you and you can now understand. The question everybody wants to know, since you obtain this in Fortnite, can you answer it? Well, at least we can aerial, but we do not have a ball cam or a ball that actually works. So then the new system is really not that hard, and it is super simple and will make our lives so much easier. So with that being said, definitely know it would you. Today we have a look at how you can create your own Evochrome guns in Fortnite Creative. Well, let's say a warm-up version of it, and we still have to wait until we get the real ones in Creative, but there's a cool way now you can create your own ones with basically every gun. So, with that being said, let's jump right into it. And as you can see, it's not much. It actually is not a... With the last update, the swords and the hammer got a blocking option. But what does it actually block? Well, it doesn't block pickaxe, other swords or hammers, and it also doesn't block bullets. So, what is it blocking? With the last update, the swords and the hammer got a blocking option. But what does it actually block? Well, it doesn't block pickaxe, other swords or hammers, and it also doesn't block bullets. So, what is it blocking? With the last update, the swords and the hammer got a blocking option. But what does it actually block? Well, it doesn't block pickaxe, and it depends on how much you want to do with.
Alright, I've got my blue 8. He's going to go through. Now the goal is to go through these
We're finding things to look for, and today is the update Creative and Beyond. You've got so much cool stuff. You can now be basically Splatoon and can wobble around stuff and can become Chrome. And Creative got Creative got things. Let's talk about that. So you guys have probably already noticed that the Creative menu usually looks a little bit more filled after an update. Today we cannot see anything new added whatsoever when it comes to devices and galleries. However, there's nothing new. There's a few things which are actually quite cool, and something that is probably the most underrated thing that is new here. We have the portal bunker in Creative now. That is the new item that is added to 2 zero builds, and I think also to normal ones, to make it a little bit easier to hide behind stuff. Basically just a box for people to just shoot from and hide in. It's a pretty cool thing, nothing special. It is a little bit more, it has a little bit more health than a normal box would have. It has 600 instead of 500, if you build it out of metal, obviously. But I would say this is not super crazy and something that is just a VR item that is not really helpful in most Creative, unless you're planning on doing something durable. Another thing which is new, which you can find in the team settings inventory device or in your normal settings, there's now a new sliding mechanic which is called slide kick. Well, I think they should probably call it slide bump or something like that, because it doesn't really kick. Maybe the animation is missing, but as you can see, if you slide into an NPC or in fire, it bumps it away. And it's a pretty cool setting which you can enable or disable via the settings. I think it's something super crazy. It is just an addition to the slide that we already had at the beginning of the, I think, season 2 or season 1 actually, where this all got introduced. And usually with every season there's something that gets removed after it got put into Creative. And we have 2 of these things as well, which I think getting removed because they feel like a little bit wrong. So first of all, they're not in the patch notes, so we have the key, which you can also find in BR now, and the reason why I think this one gets removed is because of, let's say the art of this one doesn't look like it belongs here. It kind of looks like a placeholder, and I don't think that it's meant to be in here right now. It kind of looks like a little bit wonky. It looks like just someone draw it and just put it in there. We probably will have this in the future in Fortnite Creative as well. Kind of like the key cards, it will be kind of useless, kind of just like a consumable, but it might be added in a further update, or maybe get updated with the next update. And then your weapons category, you can find a new gun which is in the Mystic category, but it's not really here. It's in the Legendary set here. The Rapid Fire SMG got added. I think it got added multiple times and then got removed again, so maybe we have it, maybe not. We will find out. I have it in this thing here, so you can use it. It works, but it possibly gets removed after this update. Now we come to the actual highlight of this update. This is actually something really cool. I think it's kind of underrated in the patch notes. Kind of like people kind of overlook it a little bit. You can now put numbers into the settings here. You can see there's a little bit change here. It now has like the slider thing, but you can also put your custom numbers in here. For example, if you want to have 17 here, which is not a number that is in normally. Here you can see it goes like 2 steps from 8, 10, whatever, and we can put in like whatever 17 here. And it actually does change the size of it. So it's pretty cool. We can now put custom numbers, and we cannot go below the lowest number here. So you can see that 8 is the lowest number, and if I put in 7, it goes back to 8. So you can only go up to the highest and lowest number and anything in between, which is pretty cool. I think a really cool setting change. And that is for a lot of devices. So I'll show you on the screen. It's really cool that these settings are finally available. It kind of took very long to add these, but I think for this update is actually my highlight. I know this sounds like a little bit of a weak update, but it is a good quality of life update, and I haven't seen any memory increases yet, so that's a good thing. One other thing which is not in the patch notes is that we finally have 100 max players, so we can now technically create real BRs in Creative with 100 players. which leads me to believe that there might be a bigger map coming to Fortnite Creative in the future. Who knows? But 100 players, I rarely ever see people using the 60 or 50 players before, rather than even using like more than 8 or 16 players. But this is very interesting and cool to see that we can now go up to 100. You know, the max back in the days was 16 players, and we're now at 100. So this is very interesting and might lead to bigger things in the future, but it was not in the patch notes whatsoever. One last thing which I'm definitely 100% sure is not supposed to be in here, and that is the Cypher PK Trap Tower. So this one is obviously for the Cypher PK cups, I think. You can do like kills with it and then get like the skin or whatever. It is just a tower with a launch pad and then some spike traps in here, obviously like Cypher PK did back in the days a lot. And I'm 100% sure this is not meant to be in the game as well. It also has like this icon which was used back in the days a long time. I would probably put it in the item place before it's gone, but this is also in the game as well. The update overall is pretty small, but I would say usually that's the case with the new seasons. This one is probably the smallest one that we get with the new season. A lot of people in my chat really honestly spent that live was pretty disappointed, but I think that's just how it is every year. It's over the season, and we get probably some really good stuff coming in the next updates, and don't forget to like, subscribe, or the stream if you want to, and I'll see you guys then. Bye.
Japanese researchers have discovered a powerful beggar magic that can make the member of any man at any age more powerful.
I'll see you rolling, but you cannot escape me today, because you see I'm the one thing that will be coming around. Isn't it funny? You never believe me, but here I am walking, and look who's laughing now.
I think it is time to embrace the fact that we are not alone in the universe. There's not a lot I can say, but keep watching the stars. Be careful, please.
I'm an angel and running out. Hit the ground and see me in black and white. Oh, I'm an angel and I'm getting control. Just like the UFO. Up there, yeah, you'll never know. And look how it's changing. Oh, I'm taking over. Now watch what you're saying, because it all could go wrong. I think it's funny. Oh, that you now believe me. Don't waste your time praying, because you're already gone.
Cease all communications with and discussion of the European matter immediately. Sounds like someone knows something. Maybe the aliens will come and destroy us all just cause. Hey, what?
I'm an angel and running out. Hit the ground and see me in black and white. Oh, I'm an angel and I'm getting control. Just like the UFO. Up there, yeah, you'll never know.
Shut the fuck up! Fuck you, bitch! Shut the fuck up!
Were you recently injured in a car accident? Look at this check for $160,000. If you're looking to get money, you're...
Hey,
Get your guns and get your phones up. You wanna ask you get my shit off. Straight gang shit, nigga. Hey, now we rockin', nigga. Hey. Hey, give a fuck about shit, mouth slick, slick rich. You was in the house, but I was on some trap house shit. I fuck hoes, talk shit, niggas ain't bout shit. It's the Gucci shirt I used to rock and you gon' bout shit. We send shots, you get bullets on your ready mouth shit. And sometimes I lose my man, but I never lost shit. Red bone, super thick, fuck me for an outfit. If you hold my babies, fuck around and get your house shit. I'm riding big rim, think I'm on some damn south shit. Bitch, I'm getting money, I'm just on some young boss shit. If you cross the line, now I get you knocked out quick. You're not a killer, boy, you're lying. You ain't knocked out shit. Drugs in my pores, Molly water dripping off me. You talking shit, 30 bullet holes in your outfit. You know like paparazzi, I can get these bitches out me. I wake up early and start drinking Henny like it's coffee. You ain't talking about no money, well that's where you lost me. I fuck this over free, that shit ain't gon' never cost me. Do a drill mask on, you won't even notice me. My jewelry colder than a pole of my jewelry is frozen me. It's a sight to see, that's why these bitches gon' hope for me. But you ain't super free, they might end up kicking your dope for me. I see my pole with me, just in case you think about poking me. That you just knocking at my door trying to copy some blow for me. What I'm fight for, but you wanna lose your life for. A long fight for, but I could never have a wife for. As a young nigga, they never really understand us. I fit that gun up and fuck around and got my stripes up. She wanna fuck with me, she heard that I could turn her life up. I got some rap money, I fucked around and got my pipes up. I hit the club with my shades on, whack, cause I'm high as hell. I don't like no fucking born fly, but I'm fly as hell. Say he getting money, but he not, he's a land sale. If I go to jail, I won't tell, bitch, I make bail. All we know is double uses, nigga, we don't take I don't go compose another train station, rob niggas by the L. If robbing me in your mission, then you gon' fuck around and pay. Homies in them jails, and for me, I know they proud as hell. Boy, these bullets hot, hit your top and fuck around and mail. Keep that 40 on me, and it's top that my designer bell. Bitch, you gon' call her, she stalking me, she can't help herself. Now ain't gotta touch a bitch, I make a whole correct herself. In the shoebox, fill it with nuts, sit it on the shelf. All leave clover, for they green, I'm a fucking elf. I remember back when we was down, and nobody help, nobody help. You get fucked up, yo bitch, dance like some vice grips, I get shocked up. Like crime mob, if you knock, you get bumped up. You get killed, rap, kidnapped, you get trumped up. You fuck off some drugs, you gon' fuck around, get punched up. I ain't finished school, hell yeah, I was a young punk. Used to get a gun, but I still want no young punk. I was grinding, nigga, I can't wait till my time come. Never give me dogs, you can't wait till a nigga come. Nigga, hit me to the dome, I don't want no red bro. Don't you run up on me wrong, nigga, I'ma kill some. Steal cars, if you drive fast, let's go peel some. These bullets come with pain, I don't think you wanna feel them. Been doing this rap shit since a shorty in the steel for. I hope you got your gun, if you don't, then you gotta run. I got a lot to say, your main bitch be blowing me. This Mac what I spray, cooler kid so it won't overheat. And not a street nigga, so stay your ass out the street, bitch. I got bread on both sides like some lunch meat. Bitch, you hurricane, go have a baby, but 223. Told her fuck my chain, she was dreaming of my fucking me. I call the money disease, infected with blue cheese. Niggas funny to me, put on front for TV. I grew up around wild, I grew up around thieves. I grew up around killers, grew up around OGs. There was a
Oh shit, I'm way the fuck in the ocean, damn it. Holy shit. I'm done. I'm not playing any more matches.
If you are unfamiliar with the rules of chess or just have never played a game, then you probably won't be able to develop an appreciation for how complex this map actually is. And honestly, even if you have played chess, complicated this is. So I'm going into replay mode and have enough. Possible games wasn't enough. Just know that he had to account for every possible move. I'm not think anything even comes close to this. I really wish I was able to show
Who's here?
how insane this game is. But
Who's here? Who is it? It's Jamie? What?
I'm sure there's probably... no. Yesterday, Epic released a device that experience where you saw the device once. Let's go ahead and step forward. I know you just want to turn off too big. How long it took you to make that? Gonna sit here, like, what? Let's go check. Hey, Siri, pick a number 1 through 50.
It's 47.
Okay, we're going to map 47. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's times like these where you find yourself in the dark. The plan to be sort of in our way, making it dark once as much. Just make sure it gets enabled. It won't work. So if you got activation in our channel 1, it's going stealth mission or something. That's hide their HUD so they can't see that there's actually a Signal remote device like in their inventory, because that kind of ruins the feel, if you know what I mean. For people who don't actually know how creative works, this might be a really cool trick. They might be really confused and be like, when did they add night vision goggles to the game? But really it's just, you know, you enabling and disabling Skydome devices. But anyway, I really do hope this video helped you out, and yeah, this has been Syntax. Later.
Yo, it's here. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make real working security cameras like Among Us and Fortnite.
So, at this point, there's no telling what witnesses will be here tomorrow, right?
Well, based on the groupings that you gave to the state, it sounds like we got through only one from each kind of category. So we'll go back to the first would have been Thursday morning. You need to call the rest of Thursday morning. Was there 2 left of that?
Yes, correct.
And so let's do Thursday morning and Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, I know who it is. It's Erica Peck.
I didn't put them on days, but I believe they were in the maybe the second floor names.
Tell me who it is so we can prepare, so that person is told to come in the afternoon rather than wait through the morning.
I don't want to say who it is.
Well, I want the person to be here when we're ready to go, but...
They were here today, if that helps.
Yeah, I know who it is. It's Erica Patterson, Your Honor. There's no mystery here.
Maybe
right, that's what I would have... kind of who I thought it would be as well.
Kiing off the list at number 10. That correct your stride while you're running. Backpack filled with water. Your clothing now is designed to keep you cool. How does it even fun? It's quite impressive stuff, but just how did ancient civilizations do it? What did we do before New Balance opened? Know what I mean? Well, ancient Greeks, believe it or not, used to work out naked. Completely naked. Just butt news. The word gymnasium actually translates from the Greek term gymnasium, which meant school for naked exercise. That sounds like a pretty insane school. Xavier's school for gifted youngsters, or Ezekiel's school for naked exercise? How do you pick? Naked exercise? That's the worst place to see naked people, in my humble opinion. Should I go to the squat rack? No, maybe not. I don't know. Hey man, do you mind spotting me? Actually, never mind. I'm actually good. Thanks.
In our number 9 spot today, we have the Nile. The overflowing of the Nile was a very important time for ancient Egyptians. It is a super important cycle for them that was actually celebrated annually for 2 weeks. In the intermediate period, it is thought that the overflowing of the Nile, which really was necessary to their way of life, was lessened, or it may have potentially been non-existent for a period due to a drier climate, which is said to have potentially led ancient Egypt and its citizens into a terrible famine. The drier climate and the lack of the Nile inundation would have resulted in lower crop yields, which would have a significant impact on those living in the area at the time. In our number 8 spot today, we have disorganization. Like I kind of mentioned in the first point, part of the reason this intermediate period is often referred to as the Dark Ages is due to the lack of organization within the kingdom. Manetho, who is a historian and priest from the Ptolemaic era, would describe 70 kings who ruled in 70 days. This is likely a bit sarcastic and an exaggeration, but it's meant to show how chaotic things were at the time in terms of leadership. This period of time can sometimes be overlooked in terms of leadership because there is very little known about who was actually leading during this time. It is possible that the 7th dynasty may have been more of an oligarchy, which would have likely been composed of officials of the 6th dynasty. There unfortunately is very little in terms of both textual as well as architectural evidence that survives this period, so much of what really went on remains a secret. In our number 7 spot today, we have artifacts. During the time of the 7th and 8th dynasty, while it is true that we have little to go on, there have been a few interesting artifacts found that are believed to belong to this time period. There have been scarabs that have been found that are believed to have belonged to Neferker II of the 7th dynasty. There was also a green jasper cylinder that is believed to have come from the 8th dynasty. There was even a small pyramid that was constructed by King Ebi of the 8th dynasty that has been identified as Saqqara. While we have found these things, there are some rulers from this time whose positions remain unknown to this day. It is entirely possible that we may never know where some of these rulers lie. In our number 6 spot today, we have literature. While this entire period of time is incredibly interesting, one super cool thing is that the emergence of what is considered literature by our more modern standards seems to have occurred during this period of time. This led to the birth of new literary prowess in the Middle Kingdom, the age that came after this period. There is one specific piece that is very important historically, and that is the Epure Papyrus. Although this piece of literature is not dated to this period, it is widely believed that it is likely referring to this intermediate period, and it records the decline in both international relations as well as just the general impoverishment that was seen in ancient Egypt at the time. In our number 5 spot today, we have nomarchs. Another problem that really contributed to the fall of the Old Kingdom and the introduction into this more difficult period of time was the rise in power of provincial nomarchs. A nomarch was a provincial governor in ancient Egypt. Since the country was divided into 42 different provinces, which were called nomes, there would be a government official that was responsible for each one. Nearing the beginning of the first intermediate period, the position of nomarch had become a hereditary one, which of course meant that one family was likely to hold the position and the power for quite some time. This of course meant that these families, with every year, would only get more powerful and more influential within their nome, which left them becoming more independent from their overall ruler. These nomarchs were beginning to have their own tombs built, and they began putting together their own armies, and of course, this went on to create conflict with those surrounding them. This not only created tensions, but it created warfare. In our number 4 spot today, we have division. Once things kind of settled from the chaos of the fall of the Old Kingdom and the bizarrities of the 7th and 8th dynasties, it was realized that Egypt was now kind of divided when it came to ruling, as there were two competing power bases. One of those bases was at Heracleopolis, which was located in Lower Egypt, and the other was at Thebes in Upper Egypt. Those in Lower Egypt had their rule for approximately 94 years, and their kings comprised the 9th and 10th dynasties, each with 19 rulers. The founder of the Ninth Dynasty, Khedi I, is often described as quite an evil and violent ruler who caused a lot of harm to those living in Egypt at the time. It is said that he was, quote, seized with madness, which I'm not entirely sure what that means, but it is likely hinting towards some sort of mental health issue. In the end, it is said that he met his demise at the hands of a crocodile, which, I mean...
We like to decide things for ourselves around here. But Proposition 132 ends majority rule. Only just 41% to block funding for firefighters, schools, even nursing homes. Protect doctors. Vote no on 132.
Summer's over. If you're a marketer, you know that. The Hotline show is up. How does it affect the customers at all?
Leaves me with a lot of questions. In our number 3 spot today, we have the buffer zone. Within the Heracleopolitan Kingdom, there was a powerful and wealthy province of Siut, or Asiut, which really rose to prominence during this otherwise difficult time. A new line of nomarchs began to rise out of this area, and they maintained quite a close relationship with the kings of Lower Egypt. We were able to discover this through what was inscribed on their tombs. These inscriptions provided a look into what the political situations were like during their reign, and it describes this line of nomarchs as digging canals, reducing taxation, reaping rich harvests, raising cattle herds, and maintaining an army and fleet. Again, we are talking about a time that is referred to as the Dark Ages, so this sort of success was a big deal. Despite this thriving political situation, the Siut province acted as a sort of buffer zone between the dueling Upper and Lower Egypt, which means that it also bore a lot of the brunt of the attacks that were coming down to Lower Egypt from Thebes. In our number 2 spot today, we have the Upper Egypt rulers. We spoke briefly about those who were ruling Lower Egypt at the time, so what about Upper Egypt? Well, the Theban kings are said to have been descendants of Intef, who is the nomarch of Thebes, often referred to as the keeper of the door to the south. Intef is often credited with organizing Upper Egypt into the independent ruling body from the south that it went on to become, but despite this, it doesn't appear as though he ever tries to claim the title of king himself. Intef II began the attack of northern Egypt, and his successor, Intef III, completed that attack, which then left him to begin the move into Middle Egypt and the attack on Lower Egypt. The first 3 kings of...
Do you know Lower Egypt is in the north and Upper Egypt is in the south?
Would also become the last...
They gave you the compass upside down.
...intermediate period. In our number 1 spot today, we have the Middle Kingdom. With all of the political chaos that was going on, and with the competition for power, this resulted in a lot of violence. Prior to the military conflict, it is said that temples were pillaged, artwork was vandalized, and statues of different kings were destroyed. After the reign of the Intefs, they were succeeded by a line of kings who were called Mentuhotep. The second in this line is the ruler who would go on to eventually defeat the kings and rulers of Lower Egypt, those in the Heracleopolitan Kingdom. This is important because it marked a new shift in ancient Egypt. This defeat marked the unification of the country, the continuation of the 11th dynasty, and it brought Egypt into the time of the Middle Kingdom.
Kicking off the list at number 10, ancient hockey. Being a Canadian and all, I had to stop with this one. This one kind of hurt my soul, I'm not going to lie. We found out that hockey wasn't our thing in Canada's 160th celebration. I forget that. Great timing. That's amazing. I'm cold a lot of the time living in Canada. My face hurts when I walk to the store and get my ears banged, then I return back to my igloo. I'm cold all the time, right? That's the idea. The Canadians are cold, we play hockey, and they live in igloos. Well, pretty much. 2 out of 3 ain't that. Hockey isn't just our favorite winter activity. Turns out Vikings loved it as well. Vikings actually brought it here in the first place, believe it or not. They didn't even call it hockey, too. They called it a way better name. They called it slap bat. It means to slap the fat around. How amazing is that? Me and the boys are going to go play some road slapping bat. Chandler, what happened to your knee? Oh, I got a slapping bat and road rash. Yeah, I wasn't careful enough playing slap and bat. I got checked. Vikings would get sticks and try and slap some fat in between 2 posts. Some way, shape, or form. Imagine getting cross-checked by a Viking. See you later, chest plate. Bye. The penalty box to go. York, or whatever your name is. Number 9, Egyptian tomb curses. The walls of each Egyptian tombs are fascinating. The paintings, or sometimes carvings, were meant to create a peaceful afterlife for those who had passed on. Pharaohs were buried with their treasure, favorite foods, everything wealthy that they owned. They believed they could take all of that with them to the afterlife. This belief, of course, welcomed grave robbers. So, in order to prevent any Nicolas Cage national treasure hunters to come sneaking by with their flashlights, many of these tombs had curses written on the walls. This one is warning trespassers that God will wring their neck like that of a goose. Also, if I walked into somebody's property nowadays and it said trespassers' necks will be wrung out like a goose, I would leave. I would turn around immediately. You don't have to be ancient Egyptian God to get that message across. I'm good. Also, buried in Mastaba, inside the found tomb of Ankh-Mahor, a pharaoh official from 4,000 years ago, a curse was written. Might do against this, my tomb, the same shall be done to your property. But also warns of Ankh-Mahor's knowledge of secret spells and magic, and threatens to fill impure intruders with a fear of seeing ghosts. Again, there's that, or there's beware of God. Number 8. Dung beetles. Yes, dung beetles. Poop beetles, also known as scarabs. They're the only species in the entire world that instinctively follow the Milky Way. They just know to follow the Milky Way. How insane is that? You know how some animals just know to do things, like sea turtles, when they're hatched, they immediately sprint to the ocean to avoid, being plucked by giant seabirds. They know to go towards the sea naturally. These beetles would naturally follow the line of the Milky Way, and they would, at the same time, roll their poop towards it for some reason. First species in the animal kingdom to do this. So are dung beetles trying to phone home? Why does their planet eat so much food? Why are they rolling it towards the cosmos? Does Thor need this? Does Odin need all this? Symbols of these beetles are seen either in hieroglyphics in Egypt, but also near the sacred lake at the Temple of Karnak. There's a massive dung beetle monument, a poo-poo bug monument. Look at this thing, it's beautiful. There's even a legend still to this day behind the statue that if you walk around it 9 times, you would find health, wealth, and love. The scarab is there to represent the god Khepri, which at the time Egyptians believed was the sun. I grew up thinking the sun was a baby. Thanks, Teletubbies. Number 7. Greek wine. When we think of ancient Greece, we think of wine and parties and apparently naked exercise, right? But was it really a drunken festival of love all the time? Did they rock and roll all night? Party every day? Ancient Greeks rarely drank wine without diluting the hell out of it first. The water to wine ratio was something like 4 to 1. 4 to 1! That's insane. That's basically just water. That's crystal light you're drinking. I guess it's a good thing because you don't have to worry about waking up at 4 a.m. dehydrated. The ancient Greeks believed that drinking undiluted wine caused blindness or insanity. Again, I think that's just called being drunk and maybe blacking out. I don't know. The 4th century poet Amphis had your back though. The best way to cure those ancient hangovers, according to me, was to boil cabbage. And in order to keep the party going without embarrassing yourself after drinking too much sparkling Merlot, the key apparently was to bake and eat a pig's lung. That's the trick to never getting drunk. Again, I think that's just food that helps here in this situation. Either way, if you're going to drink, do so responsibly. Number 6. Greek statues. We've all done it at one point. Okay, you're at a museum, you see this statue in front of you. It's massive. The dude has like 16 abs, he's made of bronze, he's 12 feet tall. The amount of detail gone into their body and all those muscles, it's jaw-dropping, to say the least. Their fingernails, their dimples, muscles everywhere. Did you know ancient Greeks would make statues, they would make that small on purpose? Men who were, well endowed were more often than not fools. They only ruled for lust. If you had a big brain, however, oh, buddy, you were the talk of the town. They would whisper in the wind as you passed by. I heard Alexander has a massive brain. Have you seen his brain? Whenever an actor would play a fool on stage, they would be given a comedically large setup. That's how you know he's a fool/villain. The way we see these statues today of these ancient rulers, it meant that they had self-control and intelligence. This whole time I thought they were just in a cold room, but you know what? That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help. Hit that like button. I'm here to historically help you on your statue knowledge. Number 5. 2020 mummies. Yeah, this 2020 wasn't stressful enough. Here's some more. Turns out we also found a lot of mummies. I'm glad Brendan Fraser's returning to Hollywood because it sounds like we might need him to suit up again real soon. I don't know. Back in 2020, while we were stuck inside watching Netflix, more than 100 sealed coffins were found in Egypt. These findings date back to 712 BC, which was a period where Egypt was controlled by foreign civilizations like Persians and ancient Greeks. These coffins were still occupied, still untouched, and hidden for thousands of years. The discovery has confirmed that Saqqara was the main burial site of the 26th dynasty, including the first known burial pyramid. That's a scary pyramid. Number 4. Colosseum hecklers. When the Colosseum was built in 80 AD, about 50 to 80,000 fans of Roman sport were just poured in. The energy here was high. This was their only source of entertainment. They didn't have DVDs or anything like that. So some fans would get so into the action that they would heckle gladiators. Well, just like a comedy show, when you heckle, they too can hear you. You're throwing off their entire game, and that's a no-go. Gonna have to stop. Other people are also here trying to enjoy the same show. Today, 19-year-old Usher will ask you to keep it down a few times before kicking you out. But in Roman Colosseum days, buddy, you didn't get a warning. One of Rome's more violent emperors, Domitian, he was a die-hard fan when it came to the Colosseum and its games. So much so that one guy in the crowd heckled a gladiator one day, and the emperor had him pulled from the audience and then thrown into the center of the arena. And also, no, he did not leave that arena that day. Hey, Maximus, smile!
For our rights, our climate, our future, go to iwillvote.com.
Number 3, crappy jobs. The groom of the school was perhaps one of the worst jobs to have in the Middle Ages. But it's one of the most important. The groom of the king's close stool was a position created during King Henry VIII's reign. Their job was to wipe the king's behind. Yeah, and if that doesn't sound horrible enough, this poor lad would also have to carry around the king's stool with him on his back, like a backpack, like he's going to school, with a big backpack full of poop. They would also have to monitor the king's meal times, and they would also plan their day around when they thought the king was going to experience a bowel movement. They were just going to have to wait around until it happened. If I were the king, I would be so anxious if a little dude just started hanging out near me, like, hey boss, you doing alright? You guys, little fool? Undergraduated there. Hey, why don't you take a 5? Trust me. Trust me. This job was an honor to have. Sons of noblemen were awarded.